Buddy, it's good to see you. It's the finale of Summer Host Faves. I bring you good news and I bring you bad news. I know, I'm sorry. So folks, you know, these shows are done many, many months, you know, kind of in the build up to it. And two of my big items did not make it on time. I was devastated. The email came through, the phone calls came through, but it just wasn't meant to be. So we had to scramble, and scramble we did. The team asked, we're talking earlier today, we left it till right the last minute. They said, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, what about if we do a timely product, one of my favorite products, a product that people ask for all the time, but let's do it at a crazy price. They said, what about EcoFlow? I said, well, you just did a great Today special like a week and a half ago. They said, yeah, but that was a different model. It was a smaller thing. I said, okay, what can you do for me? Here's what they said. This is the EcoFlow DELTA 2 powerhouse. You can power virtually anything. The refrigerator, the AC, the television, nebulizer, you name it, it's gonna do it. This is normally $1,000. They took it down to $600, which I thought was a great deal. But then the clincher came through. They said, Adam, if you can do this, if you wanna do this, if you're willing to do this, we will do the additional solar panel, right? The solar panel that is normally another $400. We'll do the solar panel and we'll add in a power strip. Why do I want that? Well, if I have a power strip, I can plug in more things. We'll do all of it for just $100 more than that. I said, wait, you mean the entire bundle for $699? Yeah. So the discount for you, for me, for us, for Summer Host Faves, while supplies last, there's a couple hundred. We are down from $1,500 to $699.99 while supplies last. I love talking about EcoFlow. We've done it for a few years on HSN. It has quickly grown to be the #1 best-selling power solution. If you have had this on your wish list, on your to-do list, on your must-have list, but you've been waiting for a price and a value that's right for you, tonight has got to be it. This isn't the baby one. This is the bigger one. It's the one that can power truly virtually anything. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We'll talk about power outages in a storm, the heat wave across America, how deadly that can be. That feeling of the power goes out and you look out the window and everybody's power is out. Well, how long is it going to be before it comes on again? 20 minutes, 30 minutes? I've just been to the big box store and bought a whole load of chicken and beef. It's gonna spoil in the refrigerator. It won't. This is gonna save everything. When I say generator, you think of big, noisy, bulky, gasoline, a nightmare. Which incidentally, if you have a generator, what do you do if you run out of gasoline and nobody's got gasoline? I'm just saying. This is the next generation generator. It's what America and the world is turning to. It's better, it's easier, it's more user-friendly, it's simpler, and with the solar panel, free infinite energy. You don't need no gasoline. You can now power this forever and a day with the power of the sun. Let's dive in and let's talk about it. I'm excited to share this with you. It's a must-have product that gives us some peace of mind. It helps with vulnerability. It helps give us that, I suppose, insurance policy that if something's wrong, if there's a tornado or a hurricane, a power outage, any type of storm, well, we can live normally. We can power that important medical device. We can keep the TV running. We can keep the modem and the internet and the router running. We can do all the things that we need to. Heck, we might even charge our electric car. Or maybe on a fun note, we're gonna go camping or fishing. I want to introduce you to the gentleman that came in at the very last minute tonight. Mr. Justin Hyatt is here. Justin, I don't want to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Sincerely though, how good a deal is this tonight?
You know, when we do stuff like this, I say, well, you know, if it's $100 off, you say, that's great. 200, 300, 400. When you realize just the savings that you're having on one of the latest and greatest models that we have, it's unbelievable. When we start to do these, and now we create these exclusive bundles that you can't find anywhere else, think, okay. And I love when we do it, when we say, well, we're also going to include the solar panel. You know, for a lot of you, whether this is the first time you're ever seeing this, we didn't used to do that. So being able to have that opportunity to get the power station plus the solar panel plus the power strip, it's unheard of. And yeah, when we think about the timeliness, as you were saying, what a great opportunity and what a great value on, again, latest and greatest. And what makes it latest and greatest? Yes, it's a power station. Obviously, it's powered by electricity, a battery, essentially, right? But this is the newest battery, and that's what's so exciting about it. That's why when we had that successful Today Special, this is the same exact battery that's in it. It is the newest. In fact, we were talking about electric vehicles. You know what's in Tesla batteries? It's the same technology that's in your power station, in your Delta 2. It's going to last longer. It's lighter weight. It charges faster. All of the things that you'd be looking for. And oh, by the way, at a minimum, this will last you 10 years.
Incredible.
10 years. You know, we talk about kind of just the evolution of technology. And here's just a really good example for you. Phone batteries, they don't last forever. We realize that. You know, every time they die and we recharge them, it's what we call a life cycle. And it happens. And after a couple years, the battery just doesn't charge and hold a charge as long as it used to. On our old power stations, you would get 300 life cycles, which in and of itself is unbelievable, right? That's once almost nearly every day of a year. This isn't 300, it's not 600, it's not 900, it is 3,000 life cycles on your Delta 2. That is unbelievable. That's why you want it. It's going to last you longer. Instead of a 2-year warranty, we now back it with a 5-year warranty because of it.
And there is such pride in being able to share with you that EcoFlow is #1 across the board. Across the United States of America, EcoFlow is the pioneer and the innovator, the brand that most people prefer. We've been in this presentation 8 minutes, and every single order that has been placed has been for the bundle. Now, my job is always to try and steer you to the best deal and the best value. Tonight, it's Summer Host Fave, so this is an easy night. Everything I've got is sensational. But for you to be able to get the bundle that includes the solar panel and the power strip that they're doing for me tonight, we're down from over $1,400 to $699. It's only $100 more than just the power station. Typically, that solar panel is like $375, and then the power strip is like another $70 or $80. So the value is there. We will not sell out of the power station alone. We will sell out of the bundle. So that's why I'm going to certainly encourage you to order early if you know you want it. Now, let's talk a little bit more, because Justin, this is a new category. The idea that there's power outages or natural disasters is certainly something that is not new, but this arrived on the scene 4 or 5 years ago, and it's 6 years ago. It's a revolution, right?
It's a revolution. It is blowing the socks off of any light. You know, speaking of light, we got one right here. It is revolutionizing in a category that didn't exist. We talked about, it feels like it was only 4 years ago. It feels like it was only 5 years ago. We're celebrating the 6-year anniversary. This is becoming the preparedness month, the EcoFlow month here at HSN, because we are the #1 power brand here at HSN. We're also the #1 power brand in the country. So where did we start? Where are we now? We started with the Delta, and that's what's really cool about this. We have 2 different lines. We've got our River line, which is really about portability. Then we get into our Delta line, which now goes from 80% of our home appliances with the River to 90%. To 99% of our home appliances. You're gonna be able to power 90% of your home appliances. And again, we'll talk about the evolution of batteries. Very beginning of the presentation, Adam says, when I tell you generator, what do you think of? And we get it, we have the image in our head. Now, we talk about categories. It was always gas, propane, now it's also power stations and solar generators. EcoFlow's #1 in that new category. That just goes to show you the evolution. Now, let's talk about the advancement in the technology. This is the fastest recharge rate in the whole entire industry, and again, simple and easy to use. One touch of a button, that is all you need to turn this on. And what are we doing? We're using it inside. You can't do that with the other 2 categories of gas and propane. You certainly aren't going to take a gas or propane generator and put it right here on your kitchen counter or on an island, but you can do it with your Delta 2. Only weighing roughly about 20 pounds and going to be able to power up right here, our light and our fan, but not for a couple hours. We talk about simplicity on how to turn it on and off, but now you have the simplicity on how to use it. So I want to show you the display because this is really cool. This is where now you get to see all of the information that you need. So it's saying roughly about 16 hours. We're kind of fluctuating with the fan. It's going to show you the percentage right here. It's calculating the time. That's not minutes. Those are hours. And it's showing you the wattage. Talk about communication. This will be able to plug in all of your smaller electronics, from your laptops to your phones to your tablets. We've got a regular USB-A, fast charging USB-A to USB-C 100 watt. Actually, I'm going to unplug it. I want to show you in the very back so you guys can see where you're going to be plugging in all of your other appliances. This is your microwave. This is your air fryer. That's right, hot heating elements, your blow dryer, your refrigerator, your light and your fan. 6 different AC outlets. Huge upgrade. Since this is the Delta 2, on our original Delta, you only had the 2-prong AC outlets. We've added the 3-prong AC outlets. So again, where did we start and where are we now? We started with the Delta 1300. That was 6 years ago. Now 6 years later, newer technology, bigger upgrades, and one of the cool upgrades that we have is you can actually expand upon this. This is something that we talk about with the power stations that were $2,000, $3,000. Now you can do it on one like the Delta 2, where this little battery port right here is where you can actually get an extra battery and double the time. So if we said 15 hours with the light and a fan, how about 30? How about 15 more hours? Because you can actually triple the amount of power with this port right here from 30 to 45 hours. And again, that equates into how long you can run your refrigerator, how long you can power up a microwave and or any appliance that you decide. But again, the simplicity, because at any given moment, you never know when it happens. What's the happen? It's the lightning, it's the thunder, it's that feeling and that anxiety that you feel when all of a sudden the lights go off, when that light flashes and all of a sudden you look at your phone and because you get that text and say, oh, you're one of 5 houses, congratulations, you won the lottery, you are out of power, but for how long? We don't know, but we do know we need to be prepared, and as we always ask every single time, what is your plan? This is gonna be your plan.
There's, I think for so many of us, there's this range of emotions. One of them is, maybe it's not even an option to have any kind of generator because you live in an apartment, a condo, you can have this, you know that, right? So if you live in an apartment, in a condominium, townhouse, you can absolutely have this. There's the other sensation of those of us that maybe live alone. You know, I think about my mom who lives alone in England and she gets nervous when stuff happens, right? Because when we don't have the other person to be able to rely on or lean upon or bounce off of or have support from, it's very scary if all the power goes out. And what EcoFlow has done is make that experience easier for all of us who are in that situation. If we are alone at home and there is a power situation, you're gonna plug your refrigerator, your television, your computer, your air fryer, the nebulizer into here, and it's gonna keep them powered and it's gonna keep them charged. So there is a sense of relief, there's a sense of well-being knowing you've got this. I know it sounds silly because it's so small and it weighs so little and it's so user-friendly that you wonder how can it be as powerful as that big generator, but it is. That's the way technology's gone. I mean, notwithstanding, those generators can be multi-thousands of dollars. That is $1,430. But if you get it tonight, in the next 44 minutes, you get a tremendous discount that brings it down to $699. So I want to be clear, because tonight's a big night. We're going to do a magic show in the next hour. We've got a magical item. It's genuinely magical. We've also got the biggest offer ever on our Samurai smoke detectors, and of course, Perfect Paint with Carol Camry. If you are ordering, and we do see you, we are offering the power station alone, EcoFlow, for $599, but I do not recommend that. And I don't typically say those words on television, but I will say it tonight. Absolutely 100% get the bundle because you get the solar panel that gives you free infinite energy and you get the power strip for just $100 more. That's another $500 typically. You're only getting it, you know, spending $100 more to get the benefits from it. That's why it's selling out so rapidly. As you're watching Justin and I'm able to see what's going on. And in our EcoFlow presentations, typically it takes a while for it to kind of digest and to sink in. Based on this reaction that I'm seeing here, I figured that so many of you have seen this before, know about EcoFlow, have had this on your list, that's why so many folks are making that instant decision to buy it. Justin, if you can offer me all these features and benefits, and you can do it at a price like this, it's an easier yes.
Yeah, you know, it's oftentimes, I know when Andrew Lessman's out here, you know, one of the things that he always talks about is this is educating. You know, and that's really what this is. When we say to be prepared, well, you don't realize that something like this exists. So it's, for a lot of you, maybe this is the first time you're seeing it, to have the peace of mind, well, this is the #1 brand, let's start here. Why this one? Why the Delta 2 though? The Delta 2 is an unreal value right now, but the value in your life is that you're gonna have something that is gonna eliminate that anxiety. We talked about this being that insurance policy, but what's an insurance policy? It's for the terrible things that happen, right? Whether it's home insurance, whether it's car insurance, but you don't get to take advantage of that insurance in between the good and the bad. This is an investment we call, it's not a break glass in case of emergency. This is something that you're gonna be able to use every single day for the fun stuff. And then when the bad stuff happens, you have that insurance policy. We talked about necessities. What's the necessity of life? We need food, we need water, but we're prepared for that. But how do we prepare for the unexpected, for the power outages? And we've talked about early in the presentation, how about this heat wave that's hitting across the country? Now to know, and look at this list, how you're gonna continue to be able to power your life and what's in your life every single day, that refrigerator, that television, so you're entertained in the middle of that power outage. You've got your food and water that's gonna continue to stay cool because you can't leave the grocery store without spending $300. And then a microwave, because now you can cook your food. Again, I wanna show you this because I do have the full-size refrigerator plugged in right now to our Delta 2. Now, it's a refrigerator, it's our freezer, but what does this represent? One of the largest appliances in our home that holds our necessities, our food and our water. I don't have a lot of mouths to feed in my home, but I can't imagine if there's 4 mouths, 5 mouths to feed in your house, where you go to the grocery store and you leave spending $300-400, you put it in the refrigerator and then you lose power. Okay, well after 4 hours, everything starts to warm up. In an emergency, we don't know if it's 4 hours, it's 4 days. That's why having a power station, having something simple, and as Adam was saying, you know, a gas and propane generator, they have their place. We all, of course, think those are necessities as they are, but not everybody feels comfortable to use one. Not everybody can use one. If you live in an apartment, in a condo, it's not an option. You know, we had one of our new hosts, Rebecca, she was saying, I've got 2 children at home. I was just talking to one of our people here in the backstage, and she was saying she has 2 children at home too. She's like, even if my husband got me a gas generator, if he wasn't home, I would never use it.
Right.
This is something that you can feel confident that you'll be able to use. And again, I don't want to just talk about it. I want to actually show you. Now I'm going to go ahead. I've got the refrigerator plugged in. I'm going to plug in the microwave. Because at any given moment, during these power outages, eventually you're going to say, it's nice to have cold food, but I'd like some hot food. How would you like to just walk over to a full-size microwave? This isn't a little mini microwave, a full-size microwave, and be able to cook your food for roughly about an hour. We had our light, we have our fan. We're not in a dark home. We're not in a hot home. We're not in a home that we have to worry about our food, and now we can cook our food. Again, this is throughout the year. Yes, it's summertime now. Wintertime, again, is gonna come around the corner. Be able to have hot food to warm yourself up is also something to consider as we think of this as an investment for years to come.
And that's the thing, is that we can do all those normal things that we need to do to keep life going as it should do, even in the face of an emergency. It's a feel-good product ultimately because you know you've got it there, and when it needs to come out, it can come out and you can use it. But then again, it might be a beach day, or you might be going camping or fishing, tailgating. It can also be used for that as well. We are ending this in 38 minutes, folks. This is a very special opportunity to get it. And for those wondering how the discount can be so severe, from $1,400 down to $699, is because we helped launch EcoFlow. They've gone on to be America's biggest, but we were a part of the debut of their debut into the United States. So they always give us these special offers. Again, I want to thank behind the scenes so many people who made this a reality tonight. We had a bit of an emergency about 4 hours ago. Two of my host faves fell out. They just didn't arrive in time. We tried to get them in till the very last moment, but it wasn't meant to be. So we had to come up with something, and they really delivered. Normally $599 for just the EcoFlow. If you order in the next 38 minutes, for just $100 more, we'll give you $500 at least of extra goodies, including the solar panel and the power strip. So if this has been something you've been considering, tonight the deal is so compelling. Because even when it's not such an incredible giveaway, I would always recommend the solar panel because it makes sense. It means if ever, like everything, this will run out of power at some stage. But now we're not reliant on anything. We just need to go outside to the rays of the sun, and that will power it. We are busy. I don't know if I've ever seen it this busy for an EcoFlow presentation, just 15 minutes in. If you're on hold, we're going to get to you. hsn.com is your fastest way in. If you download the HSN app or scan the QR code, the bundle is selling over 90% of all the orders coming through. That's the way it's skewing, obviously, because how can you ignore that? It's such a giveaway at that price. So if you are on hold, bear with us. We're going to get to you momentarily. Justin, you talk about the importance of food. You talk about the importance of staying cool in a heat wave.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, medical situations.
Yeah.
You know, you were with me that day. The lady called in about the scooter. how would she charge her scooter that she needed to get around the house? She'd use the EcoFlow.
Yeah, and a lot of these aren't us just coming up with stories. You know, that's the beauty of being around for 6 years.
Yeah.
We've had so many opportunities through reviews, through customers calling us and talking to us live, saying, here's how I want to use it, here's how I've used it. Whether it's dialysis machines we've read in our reviews, oxygen machines, nebulizers, that's my story. I mean, because we're all different. You know, that's the unique thing about all of us as individuals. But as individuals, as different as we may be, we all have similar commonalities, which is we all want food, we all want water, we all want power. And especially, nobody loves being hot, right? You know, whether you're hot and outside, you walk inside, the beauty of having air conditioning, you realize how nice it is once it's summertime. But all of a sudden, when that's taken away, those necessities, those creature comforts, you think, oh my goodness, how do we keep our life going? And as Adam was just saying, look, I wish I could say that this is going to last forever, right? As far as the power, you'll be able to run your house for forever. We realize at some point after running your appliances that this is going to go from 100% to 0%. That's why, outside of the value monetarily, the value truly of having a solar panel, knowing that you have that independence where you can truly feel, okay, yeah, you know what, it's at 0%, but we still, even though we have no power at home, we have a way to recharge it. When you have your solar panel, what are you doing? You're eliminating that feel of the residual payments of needing gas and the reliance of gas and/or propane. You can still have a gas or propane generator, but now you can shut that gas off, conserve your gasoline, recharge your Delta 2, and allow this to power 90% of your home appliances. Again, if you live in an apartment or condo, you're not going to have any of this lying around in your closets. You can't run a gas or propane generator. Let's talk about the solar panel. Again, the value of this. Now you have a way to recharge your power station. But here's one of the cool things that a lot of people don't consider, is that when you have your solar panel connected to your power station, now it goes from a power station to a solar generator. So if this is at 100%, I can be powering all of the things that I've got plugged into my power station by the sun. And you're doing it for free. You're not having the residual payments of having gasoline. So yes, it's independence, and especially for a lot of people who love their independence. And for any of you who are watching right now, maybe it's not for you, maybe it's for that person who loves their independence. Now you don't have to feel like, wow, I'm not gonna get them a gas generator, but I would get them this. And this might be perfect for any of those situations. And again, knowing you have something is one thing. Knowing that you have the confidence to use it, that's where the breakthrough is with EcoFlow.
I think listening to you, Justin, now and you know, going through in my mind all the reasoning, I don't think anybody argues that obviously it's better to have a backup generator. I mean, there's nobody that argues that, surely, because obviously if we've ever been in a power outage that lasted more than just a few minutes, we don't like walking around in darkness. You know, we want things to work. If we've ever been, God forbid, in a natural disaster, as so many of us have, heat waves, winter storms, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, you know, losing power is devastating and life-threatening. So what's holding us back? Why don't we all have a power station? I mean, that's the question, right? So the answers to that are, well, a couple of reasons. For those of us that live in a condo or a townhouse, it's just not an option because the traditional gas generator is not allowed. So if we're in a condo or an apartment, we just have to hope that there's some backup plan there. For many, many, many of us, we're very well aware of typical generators, home generators that are multi-thousands of dollars and are very big and very noisy, need a lot of maintenance, ongoing costs. And as Justin said, I think there's a sense of intimidation with a traditional generator where it's like, oof, I don't really know if I want to use that. So that obviously also puts people off. So we agree that we all need backup power for every reason Justin said, to keep the food from spoiling, to keep the AC from running so we're not gonna you know, feel like we're sizzling in our beds at night, to keep us warm on a cold winter's day or evening, for all the reasons that might be necessary for medical needs in our home, medication that needs to be refrigerated. What do we do if the refrigerator is not working and that medication needs to be refrigerated? That nebulizer that needs power, that scooter that needs recharging. There's an abundance of reasoning to have a power station. So now what's holding us back? This technology is a great value, but it's expensive, it's premium. That's a $1,500 package, typically. We're doing it for the next 33 minutes at $6.99. It's a massive discount, and it's free shipping, and it's 5 flex pay, and it's 18-month VIP financing if you have the HSN card or QVC card. It brings the price down to just $38 a month. No interest as long as the balance is paid by the end of the 18 months. We send this to you right now. You've got it, you're prepared, it's there. The main mission I'm on tonight, and it's easy for me to talk about 11 p.m. because we've got magic tricks happening, truly and honestly. We've got samurai smoke detectors at my exclusive value that you're never going to see again this year. We're going to transform furniture with perfect paint. I have a Today Special coming up at the top of the hour that's going to blow your mind. But that's all to come. In this hour, I don't want you to think it's just another random Wednesday at 3 p.m. Oh, it's EcoFlow. This is Summer Host Faves. This wasn't supposed to be here. It's here because products fell out for me, which is, you know, just one of those things. It happens. But they gave me a deal that is undeniable. So this is special. This is a moment to buy. This is a moment to jump in and say, oh, I've been meaning to get that. I've been waiting for a great deal. It's right here. With all the orders placed, we are approaching limited numbers on the bundle. $5.99 for just the power station is still great, don't get me wrong. But if you can get the bundle for $6.99, that's down from $1,430. It's a mega opportunity, Justin. The types of opportunities you don't see because EcoFlow, who are the leaders, not just at HSN, but also our sister channel Q and also around the country, they respectfully don't need to discount to this level anymore.
They don't. You know, there is the power of being number one, you know, and of course, when being number one, obviously you have the high demand. The relationship, as you were saying, Adam, you know, we launched EcoFlow here at HSN. We've had 6 years to build an unbelievable relationship, which only benefits you, which allows us to take advantage of that relationship and do offers like this. And you know, it's not only the fact that it's just a discount, a huge discount, it's a discount on one of the newest, latest, and greatest power stations that we have. That's the other part that doesn't make any sense. You know, when we launched the Delta 2, it was well over $1,000. But you're getting the solar panel plus the power strip. Again, that's why you shop here at HSN, to take advantage of those opportunities. And again, talk about the timeliness of it. This is the perfect time. You want to know why? Because it's never a bad time to get prepared. It's always a terrible time when the power goes out, but it's tough to know when that's going to happen. We get prepared for those moments so that we can check it off our list and say, it's okay. When it happens, we're ready, because now we don't have that anxiety. We get ready with emergency food. We get extra tires, right? A spare tire for when we have a flat tire. How do you have that plan in place in your home? And what kind of home do you live in? Where are you living? Whether it's winter storms, whether it's these tornadoes, whether it is hurricanes over here on the East Coast. I say Florida a lot, but the East Coast. We're seeing it even in Texas right now, getting slammed with that tropical storm that's going through. You don't know what's going to happen, but you do know it's inevitable. So how do you get ready? This is one of the nice things I like to show you, is that we're in the intimate place in your home, your bedroom. But you get to use this in your bedroom many ways. We talked about the dialysis machine. How about a CPAP machine? We have a CPAP machine plugged into our Delta 2. The CPAP machine's louder than the Delta 2. It's completely silent. And of course, you get to use it inside. Don't forget, that's one of the most advantageous things about owning a Delta 2. If you lose power, and you have a generator, it's in the garage, and it's a downpour. Now you have to go outside in a downpour, make sure you got gas, and by the way, that generator, you're not gonna run in your garage, so you gotta take it outside. You gotta put that generator 20 feet away from your home. You gotta fill that up. You gotta make sure it runs. You gotta make sure you got oil. You gotta make sure the gas that you've stored is still good. All right, let me show you the CPAP machine. Running for how long? Not 5 hours, not just 10 hours. Over 20 hours that you'll be able to get a CPAP machine running. Is this the difference between going camping and not going camping? Is this the difference between you going out and enjoying yourself and not enjoying yourself? Again, insurance policy, yes, but fun policy, absolutely yes as well. Knowing that we have a way to plug in our CPAP machine and run that for over 20 hours. And again, we were talking about the heat. typically I would just plug in a fan. I'm gonna skip that. I wanna go over here and I wanna plug in a full-size portable AC unit, because this is the difference. Now, this isn't just getting a smaller power station. This is something that's gonna power up a full-size AC. Are you a renter? Do you have what we call the window shakers, those window AC units? Do you have a portable AC unit? Do you have a fan by your bed because you sleep hot? Tower fan, a filter, air filter, purification? Now you can have a AC unit. When it's 100 degrees outside, you don't want it to be 100+ degrees inside. This is the difference between that happening.
Justin, we're gonna go rogue a little bit for just a second.
Okay.
Folks, we are getting extremely limited now in this bundle. So what we're gonna do is, I don't wanna make promises and then not be able to deliver them. We're gonna take a few moments out. We're gonna let all of these orders process, and then we're gonna see what's left. If you would like to order it, please reach for the phone and start dialing the toll-free number, or hsn.com if that's easier, or on the HSN app. But if you do want this bundle, which obviously I'm gonna steer you towards, it's a giveaway value tonight. You're getting over $500 of extras for only $100 more. That's the solar panel and the power strip. If that's what you want to do, I would order in the next 2 or 3 minutes to guarantee that you will get it. So when we sell out of the bundle, we'll just have the power station by itself left. Start to order yours now. Let's take a minute out, process the orders coming through, and then we'll see where we're at right after this.
Don't miss the fabulous finale of Beautiful You Month. From beautiful bonus deals to exclusive content.
My GOAT product, it's the best yet.
There's still so much more to celebrate. Find more of what makes you feel beautiful. Sunday, June 30th.
The HSN deal is a great value that we bring to you every day. Thanks to our long and valued partnerships with the brands you love most, we are able to offer amazing products at great values. Shop the HSN deal with confidence from us to you.
It's our birthday, and we're bringing the party all July long. We're packing the guest list with your favorite friends. Extra special surprises, tons of festive finds, and of course, hundreds of epic birthday price deals. It's the ultimate 48-hour shopping party. And you get all the gifts. Watch the HSN Birthday Premiere Party July 1st and 2nd only on HSN.
In 25 minutes, an amazing Today special is launching. We're going to do some magic tricks as well. Our biggest offer ever on the Samurai smoke detectors, and we're going to transform your kitchen for $50 with perfect paint. Thank you for all the orders that have been placed so far on our EcoFlow. This is the Delta 2 at a remarkable value, and just to kind of emphasize and echo what Justin said, this isn't the old model, the obsolete model on clearance. This is one of the newest models with the latest technology. Newer technology, more power, more capacity, fast recharge as well, right, Justin?
Absolutely. You know, again, that's why I was thinking about it. Discounting a new product that doesn't make much sense. Right. Discounting it nearly 50% off, again, doesn't make any sense. You know, we like to echo this. This is the power hour, but this is also the hour of realizing there's a better way. And a lot of you didn't realize there's another option. It's not just gas anymore. We're not limited to propane anymore. We're not limited to the idea of when Adam says, when you think of a generator, I'm stealing his thunder now, but he's so right. What do we think? For a lot of us, that's intimidation. That's a combustion engine. That's the fear that we get. You know, and I talk to many women here in the building that say, you know, my husband was talking about getting a gas generator. Said, why don't we check out EcoFlow? Because if you're not home, I'm not going to feel confident to turn on that gas generator. If you can eliminate that fear and now bring something into the home that's, you know, going to be able to power it and also do it without that intimidation. I wanted to show you. We have it kind of set up right here in our office space. Don't think of it just for emergencies. This is an investment that you'll be able to use for multiple different use cases inside your house, room to room. And although it's the Delta line, power 90%, it's still portable. Do you work from home? Do you want internet? You can still do that. Plug in that router. Be able to have that entertainment. We think the power's out, but the fun doesn't have to stop. We don't have to feel as though life automatically turns off when the power does. It doesn't anymore. Be able to carry it from room to room. That's what we like to talk about, being able to have manageable power. We're not doing that with a gas generator. You're doing that with your EcoFlow. Delta 2, as Adam was just saying, it's the latest and greatest. What makes it the latest and greatest? It's the newer technology. It's the better technology. This is what we call an LFP battery. Now it's going to last you even longer, and not just by a little bit. I was talking about it and prefacing it with, when we think of our phones, of course, after a few years, they just don't last a long time, right? The battery doesn't hold the same charge. We've all felt that. When your battery dies on your phone and you recharge it, that's what we call a life cycle. It's the same thing with our EcoFlow. On our old models, you had 300 life cycles. If I told you you had 900 life cycles with this, you'd say, wow, that's triple. But how about this? How about 3,000 life cycles? That means if you were to deplete and recharge this every single day, you could do that for the next 10 years before you felt as though the battery wasn't charging all the way up. Think about that, 10 years. This is a 10-year investment at a minimum. That's why it's not a 2-year warranty of old, it's a 5-year warranty of now. This is something that's certainly life-changing, but it's simple, it's easy. Again, we say eliminating intimidation. What's to be intimidated about? You can turn on a computer, you can turn on a phone, you can turn on your EcoFlow, and now you have a light, you have a fan. No longer being in a dark home, no longer being in a hot home. I think right now, Adam, why is it so unbelievably popular? Yeah. It's timing. Of course, it's the understanding and the educating right now. But when we look around at the weather and the heat is unreal. How are we going to be ready when the power goes out and it's 100 degrees outside?
Right. You have to talk about it because it's real life, and these situations can be deadly. They can be fatal. So we have to have a plan. And that's what EcoFlow helps to give us. It's that preparedness, yes, that sense of security rather than a sense of vulnerability. And I think about all of our situations, whether it's a family where maybe you've got young children at home, maybe it's just you at home alone, and you don't have that other person that you can lean on and know that, listen, there's a power outage, what are we gonna do? It's very hard when you're by yourself, because it's scary. Having EcoFlow means that we can take care of it. It's not something that requires a lot of maintenance. It's not something that's devastatingly heavy. It has the handles on it. I can move it from the living room. I can take it to the bedroom. I can plug in my CPAP machine there. I can plug in the fan there. I can take it to the kitchen and plug in my air fryer. It's having that partner, that amazing, valuable security blanket, which is what this is. It's easy to talk about. It's a great product, and we could spend hours and hours. We have to end this in 20 minutes. I see Julie Truster gearing up for a mega today's special. We're going to do some magic tricks, perfect paint, and the biggest offer ever on Samurai smoke detectors. They're all to come. We are wrapping this up. Final orders are being placed on the bundle. It is accounting for over 95% of all the sales and all the orders being placed. Obviously, it's a giveaway value. Certainly on one of the more, not only higher end capacity units, but one of the more preferred units, because people like to be able to plug in more. People want longer hours, and that's what this gives you. Remember, if you're able to order this in the next 20 minutes, we're even including the official EcoFlow power strip, and that means you can plug in multiple things at once. It's a little thing, but it's a big thing, and it's a valuable extra. That's included if you order it, rather than ordering it in a few days' time and you having to spend an extra $70 or $80 on it. Remember, we're also doing free shipping and handling. I mean, Justin, you know, there is, as we said, a considered purchase for sure.
Yeah.
There is always the opportunity of 30 days. We can get this home, we can see it, use it, try it. If we don't love it, we can return it for a refund of the purchase price. But it's something that it's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
If it's not this, what is it going to be? We have to have something.
Yeah, well, we always talk about it, and it's the foreshadowing, of course, of a lot of things that we experience. But when we look at you, we say, what is your plan? It's okay to have a plan, and if you do have one, great. But what is it? How are you going to be able to execute that plan? And if you don't have a plan, well, are you thinking about having one? And I think that's the best part about watching right now. And I always say, you know, the best time to be prepared is today. To start at least thinking about how to be prepared, because you don't know what tomorrow brings. And we always have the cliche moments we talk about, and It is the ifs. It is the whens. You know, my mom used to always say, when you don't know when Grandpa's coming over, he'd show up randomly. Are you sure your homework's done? Although it seems so cliche, but it's relatable. We understand we're all similar. We're all different. The similarities are we all need food. We all need water. We all need power. And a lot of us, we all need to stay cool. We want a simple solution. That's exactly what this represents. Again, so easy to turn it on and so easy to turn it off. That's it. Just one touch of a button. And when I turn it on, I want you to look at that display. It tells me every bit of information that I need. What information? Well, it's going to tell me exactly how much wattage. It's going to tell me how much percentage. It's going to calculate all of that and then tell me how long I'll be able to run whatever appliance that I've got plugged in. And yeah, you know what? I do love when we simulate the experience. Because when you're sitting at home right now, we just had these unbelievable thunderstorms that just came through because of all this moisture that's in the Gulf. It's pulling it across the state here in Florida. That thunder hits, that lightning hits, and you're sitting there and you're watching us right now, and all of a sudden the lights start to flicker. You can hear the thunder, and then the dogs start to get a little scared, and then you start to get a little scared. You think, not now. This isn't happening now. That's okay. Hey, honey, go grab the EcoFlow. We'll plug the TV in. Oh, well, what about the internet? Oh, that's okay. We'll plug the router in. Oh, well, what about the food in the refrigerator? Let's do that too. Okay, so we got our light, we got our fan. So we're sitting there on the couch watching our television. We have internet, so nobody's feeling as though they're literally in the dark anymore. Communication is there. And then that refrigerator and that freezer that's stacked full of food and possibly even medicine is still running as well. 90% of your home appliances, the other things that maybe this isn't going to power, which is why it's 90, is a full stove oven. But when you think about everything that we show you in that list of what this is going to power, nearly everything you touch every single day, whether it's the blow dryer, whether it's the air fryer, whether it's the microwave. Again, light fan, not in a dark home, not in a hot home, food staying cool. Oh, well, I thought it was only going to be just a little bit, and that power is going to come back on. But what about the food? Honey, how are we going to heat up the food? Well, how about this? Come over here to our full-size microwave. We'll plug this in. I'm just going to go ahead and unplug just so I can plug this in real quickly. I want you to see this. Now we'll go ahead and plug in the microwave. We'll come over here, and though the power is still out and we're not sure when it's going to come back on, we can now cook our food. Now, I've got an induction burner right here. I can have a hot plate. I can have an air fryer. I can have a griddle. And all these things that we're showing you, you know what's great? Is that you can do them inside, but you can do them outside. Remember, as an insurance policy, yes, it's there for the bad times, but this is going to be there for the good times too. That's why this is such an unbelievable opportunity and investment in your home.
We're getting a lot of questions about the pricing on the screen, so I'm going to explain it because I do think it's so skewed that it almost looks like it's a mistake. It's really happening tonight that there is the EcoFlow power bank at $599 or the entire bundle, including the $400 solar panel and the power strip for just $100 more. So if you're looking at that saying that doesn't look right, it is absolutely accurate, but is now en route to a sellout. Our team just let me know. If you have this in your shopping cart, please check out. If it comes to the point that it's in the shopping cart too long and other people are trying to order it, it will be taken from the shopping cart to fulfill another order, so I don't want you to miss out. We won't sell out of just the power bank by itself, but this bundle is just a crazy opportunity. And I do want to thank Jamie and also Danny behind the scenes that made this happen, and also Chris behind the scenes that made this happen, Lisa, for bringing us this EcoFlow deal for our summer host faves. We do great, wonderful opportunities with EcoFlow, but a deal like this is not normal, as you can see, which is why the response is so favorable. It's a great brand. I dare say it's the best brand, because it is. It's something that we talk about, and we talk a lot about emergency, but don't forget the good times. The beach, the picnic, the tailgating, camping, fishing. You can have power anywhere. You've got the handles, you put it in the trunk of the car and take it with you. But for every one of us, maybe you are currently experiencing that heat wave in the country. And again, our thoughts and prayers are with anybody and everybody affected. There's always some kind of crazy weather situation going on, or natural disaster. We have to be prepared. And it's one of the things that I'm proudest about, is that HSN, especially on these bigger ticket items, is able to afford FlexPay. So we say, listen, look, it's down from $1,400 to $699, but also we'll put it on FlexPay. So even then it's $140 to get it to you. So again, it's a fraction of the price, but it means we get it right now, and it means we're prepared. So if something were to happen, we're okay. If there's a continuing heat wave and the AC goes out, how are we going to stay cool? This will help us. We can plug an AC, a fan into this. If it's wintertime and it's freezing outside, a mom who lives alone, has no power, how is she going to stay warm? She plugs her heater into this, and she's going to be okay. That's the difference, to be okay. Every family in America deserves a power station like this. Every family in America deserves a generator. Many of us can't have them because we live in a condo or apartment. You could have this. Many of us don't want to spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. You don't have to. You could have this. Many of us don't want to use something which gasoline or, oil or the noise, the mess, the fumes, the hassle, the maintenance, the cost. You don't need to worry about any of this with that. So there's a million reasons to get it, but I'm running out of options. We are 13 minutes or sell out, whichever happens first. We're gearing up for today's special. We have Samurai Smoke Detector's biggest offer ever. We're going to do some magic tricks. We're going to paint your kitchen for $50. Amazing products in our 11 p.m. finale hour, but this is last call. This is not returning as a regular price at $6.99 for this bundle. I mean, Justin, the solar panel alone is around $400 as a normal purchase. Tonight, it's like you're getting it for nothing.
When we typically would do it, it's not a $100 difference. And again, when you look at, just the value of the solar panel, what's the value? Yeah, we can look at the monetary value and say, all right, well, it's typically $400, it's only a $100 difference. That doesn't make sense.
Right.
The newest technology, okay, it's nearly half off. Again, that doesn't make any sense. Here's where it makes sense. When we talk to you about the differences, we always talk about gas and propane because that's the two things that we think about when it comes to backup power. Think of our generators. It's always the macho men are like, I'm going to bring, what are you talking about? I'll have 40 gallons of gas. I'm going to take it, I'll put it in my truck. And like, not everybody's doing it. You realize that that's not everybody, right? For a lot of you watching, I don't think you're thinking that right now either. When you look at these, danger, extremely flammable. Okay, that's one danger, right? If you have ever had a generator, there's nearly 10 danger labels all over it. It's a combustion engine. It's not for everybody, right? But what is for everybody is this: your power station, your solar generator. I don't see very many danger warnings on this. In fact, I don't see any. This you can run inside. This doesn't need maintenance. This you don't have to worry about going outside to use it. This you don't need gas. This you can have in an apartment, in a condo, at an HOA. This you can take with you and put in the car and just drive off. And then now, in tandem, you can take your solar panel. Now you can take it tailgating. Now you can take it to the pickleball court and have a fan right there while you're playing because there's never any shade at the pickleball court. I get it. I'm there. I understand. This is where it really makes a difference. Not needing this, not having the intimidation of this, and now having something that is clean energy, sustainable energy, and independence. Where when we have our solar panel, now when this gets to zero, I can recharge this with the sun. And now not only that, not only having the ability to recharge this via our solar panels, but now having the ability to say, okay, well, when my solar panel's plugged into my power station, Justin, can I still use it? Yes, this is one of my favorite features, is that, again, this is where it converts from just a power station to a solar generator. Now I can use the power of the sun to not only recharge us, but the power of the sun to power up my light, my fan, the power of the sun to be running my full-size refrigerator as a generator, or as a solar generator, because what's going to happen is the solar panel will convert the sun's rays into energy, pass through your power station as electricity, and then into any other appliance. So now we show you, I think we had a graphic saying a refrigerator for 17 hours. That's at night. That's when it's just running off of the power station. But during the day, again, unlimited power, and that's what we talk about. Being prepared in a way that we didn't think was possible, but is absolutely now. And again, latest and greatest at nearly 50% off.
I'm over the moon that so many folks are responding. I was really worried and nervous because, this big event that we as hosts look forward to so much was kind of thrown into mayhem just a few hours ago when these two items that I was excited to share with you. They didn't arrive in time, and I can't sell you something that we don't have obviously ready to go. And so the team pulled together at the last minute to do this. And I was worried about it because for many of us who watch HSN all the time, we know that we do great EcoFlow offers. So that is why when the team said they would go all out and for this show go crazy on the pricing, I said, I'm in, because that really showcases a value. It showcases a reason to buy it now and not next Thursday at 3 p.m. It's a reason to get it in the next 9 minutes or sell out, because the value is so strong, it's so compelling on America's finest, on America's #1. You cannot buy better than EcoFlow. And it's not just here at HSN. It's in the biggest retail stores in the country. EcoFlow, they don't discount like this. There are more people buying EcoFlow than any other brand. This is the Delta 2, which is one of their premier units. It's, you know, it's a $1,450 package that we're doing for $699. So we're thrilled about it. But my biggest concern was that I wouldn't be able to convey that. And for anybody just tuning in, you might think, oh yeah, they've got EcoFlow. I see that quite often. Oh no, nuh-uh. There's nothing ordinary about this offer. This is the extraordinary offer. We're live at 10:51. On this Saturday night, and we got to wrap this up in 8 minutes. It's got to end in 8 minutes. Today's specials, magic tricks, painting, get your kitchen. We've got a huge 11 p.m. hour. I'd love for you to order yours. When we sell out of the bundle, we will just have the EcoFlow by itself, still good at $599. But if you can jump in and get the bundle that includes the solar panel, you're winning. I mean, you are winning. That solar panel, $300-400, depending on where you buy it, that gives you infinite energy, free infinite energy, so you never need to worry. And like a gas generator, you run out of gas, what do? That is included. You do not need to buy it extra. If you are able to order in the next 7.5 minutes, we are including the power strip as well, which may sound like, well, that's good, I suppose. It's great, because most people end up saying, well, I love my EcoFlow, but I want more outlets. I want to plug in more things. I want to plug in my fridge and my fan and my toaster and my kettle. I want to plug in all these different things. Now you can with the power strip. So we're including that if you order it in the next 7 minutes. The other thing that we do want to, kind of take pause on is the idea of necessity. And Justin, for many of us, whether it's ourselves or members of our family, there are medical needs, medical requirements that need power. So if we're out of power, then we do have a problem unfolding.
You know, when you think about that, when we talk about us as, of course, just individuals, if I lose power, I know I can plug everything in. I know I've got that, but or at least I know, of course, since I've got EcoFlow, I have a plan in my home. But I always think about, well, how long can I last without power? But that question, for a lot of you, the answer is always different, especially, as Adam was just saying, if you are reliant on oxygen, dialysis, if you are reliant on any medical device. My sister, who's reliant on insulin, need to make sure that that insulin stays cool. Everybody is different, so that number is different. But the number still is a number that exists because, again, as necessities go, we still all need power. And so when it comes to solutions, well, how nice would it be to know that it's something that is easy, something that's simple, something that, oh, by the way, is the newest, the latest, the greatest. And what makes it the latest and the greatest? It's the newer battery. So it's not just another EcoFlow. This is one of our newest EcoFlows. And when we say we launched 6 years ago, you know what we were launching with? We launched with the Delta 1300. Yeah. This is the second iteration. This is the newer version of that Delta. And even as we started to come out with newer models, the Delta 1300 stayed as the popular choice because of the size and of the value. But this one is going to last you longer. This one's going to be lighter weight, and it's going to charge even faster. When we say charge even faster, before we'd say from 0 to 80% in over an hour for our Delta. This is 0 to 80% in 50 minutes. Okay, let's break that down into something where we can all understand. How long does it take to charge a phone? Does your phone power up a microwave? Does your phone power up a refrigerator? This only takes a little over an hour to charge from 0 to 100%. Again, let me break it down even further. Well, here's some great examples of how long it's going to power all of those different appliances. But Adam, it's not double the power of the competition. It's not triple. It's 6 times faster recharge than the competition. Again, what makes you number one? You're better in every single way. Again, when it comes to LFP, it's gonna last you even longer. What's LFP? That's the newer battery technology that's in it. So as far as that goes, we go back and look at the Delta, which again was revolutionary. It had 300 life cycles then. It's got 3,000, add another zero, 3,000 life cycles in your Delta 2. Quiet, simple, easy. Back to the medical devices, running my CPAP machine right here, right next to me in the bedroom. And I'm doing it for 20 hours. 20 hours. That's nearly 3 full nights sleep on just one charge. This is where, again, what's your plan?